Chasers Podcast. Coming to you live and direct with your host and your moderator, Kevin L. Warren. This is a real sports podcast for real fans.
All right, the great thing about showbiz, you get to do it over, and we're doing it over.
Yes, sure.
Hey, this is the Sports Chasers Podcast. This is the Gridiron College Rundown for Week 6 of college football. I'm back again. Hopefully, everybody can hear me. I had a producer in my ear, and he gave me wrong information. But we'll fire the producer. But hopefully, everybody can hear me. I might have been a little bit low, but I should be good now. Hey, it's the college football rundown. We're going to do this, get into it. Sorry, we're a little late. We're really late, but hey, nonetheless, we're going to just run down the AP. I'm not going to run down everything, but hey, today AP came out. Guess what? Georgia and Michigan is tied for first. Ohio State.
I really don't agree with that.
So it's the middle of the year, so I don't think
it doesn't matter as much, but I really don't agree with it because Georgia's played harder teams than Michigan's played. It's just that Georgia makes its opponents look, like it's easy, but I don't think that's the way that should be done. Right. I just think it should be AP 1 and 2. Georgia 1, Michigan should be 2. Boom. That's the way I see it. So, all right, go ahead. I'm listening.
You're good. Ohio State is 3. Florida's 4. Oklahoma's 5.
Yes.
Penn State 6. Washington 7. Oregon 8. Texas is 9. USC is 10. Alabama 11. North Carolina 12. Ole Miss 13. Louisville 14. Oregon State 15. Utah 16. Duke is 17. UCLA is 18. Washington State lost the other night, 19. Tennessee is 19. Notre Dame lost the other night, 21 to Louisville. LSU 22. Kansas 23. Kentucky 24. And the game we will talk about first, University of Miami.
Ooh, boy, hometown. Don't get ran out the state. Do not get your butt ran out the state. I ain't got much room here. I ain't got no room for you and Gish in here. So. Yeah. Go ahead now. Just be careful. Go ahead.
No. I'm good. Thank you for everybody that's watching. Appreciate y'all. Yeah. Okay. He said he can hear me better.
It's about to be salty, y'all. Maybe y'all don't want to hear this. Go ahead, Kev.
So the other night, the University of Miami played Georgia Tech. Georgia Tech is currently not ranked. This game was in the balance. Pretty much, it was in hand. In hand.
Game over. All
you had to do is take a knee, and that's it.
Yep. Couldn't do that, huh?
Trying to be cute. Yep, he's trying to be cute.
They couldn't get that right,
Yeah. So they trying to be cute, and guess what?
Fumble.
They run the ball. Coach Cristobal, he runs the ball, and they get a what?
Fumble.
There's a fumble. Questionable fumble, but needless to say, nonetheless, it's a fumble. Georgia Tech gets the ball, goes down the field a little bit.
Yeah.
You'll go.
Why put it in the balance like that? Why even make it a referee? Oh, it's a questionable fumble.
Right.
Don't throw the ball. Don't take a knee. It's like a minute and a half.
You take a knee, it's over.
They had no timeouts, man.
None. So bad loss.
When the TV guys are saying, "What the hell are you doing?"
Yo, they was. Hey, listen, this game I watched. This game was one of those games where I kept watching and I couldn't turn away because it was. They just kept keeping it close. I was like, no way, Miami should be keeping this thing close. And sure enough, they kept it close. And
so when you're firing Cristobal, when does he lose his job?
Whoa.
What's in the newspaper? I just want to know what's in the newspaper out there in Miami. Where you at? What they're saying? What's the word? Johannesburg?
There's a lot of why. They singing, human nature, why? And I don't know. A lot of people. I don't think firing would be anything, but it's a lot of whys and how come. Yeah, easy, bro.
There's going to be a lot of slow singing if I were bringing. If you don't call a timeout, come on, man, take a knee, stupid. What's wrong with you, man? Come on. I don't know what she's trying to do. And after the game, he really did not give you any real reason. Like, it was still like, duh. Explain yourself, homie.
I think. Go ahead.
No, I'm just saying, like, it wasn't. I don't think that explanation was quieted anybody.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't. That. I'm sorry, I was talking on mute. His explanation really didn't explain anything after the game. Like, guys are still like, okay, what the hell did that mean? Like, why are we here? Why did what? I mean, it would have been easy. My bad, yo. My bad. My bad. I messed that up. My bad. Period. In the story. I don't know what else I'm just not sure why you say anything other than that. So.
Well, I don't think he can say anything, but my bad.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yes, D-Doe, they had a chance to be in the damn top 10. And this, I think
it's done now. It's done.
Yeah, they messed it up. They absolutely messed it up. Absolutely messed it up. So shame on them. And credit to Georgia Tech for coming in there, playing, and they kept on hanging around.
Yeah, well, they can't. You got to get them out of there. Got to get them out of there, and that's kind of this college season is kind of that. Guys not getting dudes out of there. And if I may, just real quick, keeping it funky with you. Like, for instance, what was it? What was it? The Oklahoma Texas game. Texas had Oklahoma hanging around the whole game till they got to the end. Boom, couldn't get rid of them because neither one of those teams really played defense. But Oklahoma played. They had a goal line stance that was absolutely incredible. They held them out like 4 plays in a row on the goal line for real. And I think the momentum of the game swung for real, and it was kind of a wrap. USC plays no defense. Like, them in Arizona, they could have scored 4,000 points that game because they played absolutely positively no defense at all. Georgia smashed Kentucky, which is number 24. So like 2 ranked teams at least. And I'm not sure how you have Michigan there. I think they beat like Indiana or something by 87 points. So that game,
Michigan beat Minnesota 52-10.
That's not even a game, right? So I don't know how you add that up, right? I think Alabama took care of Texas A&M, which is not a ranked team, but I guess a good team.
Right.
Who else played rank to rank? Oklahoma, Ohio State beating Maryland. You get no props for that. Florida State beating.
It was close for a little bit.
Virginia Tech. Florida State beat them. Notre Dame. Notre Dame.
I was about to say Louisville, Notre Dame, right?
Notre Dame. Well, Louisville put that thing on them.
But Notre Dame remains 10.
I think they got 21. Now they're ranked 21. Right? I think it's 21.
Okay, at the time they was ranked 10. Yes, excuse me.
So Louisville went up to 14, and Notre Dame went down. Oregon State, who plays no defense as well, they beat up on California, but California put 40 points on them. So that's like kind of my thing when I look at the season, and this is where things get a little funky for me. Like towards the end of the year when we get to these bowl games, schools like USC, schools like Oregon State, they can score a ton of points, but everybody else scores points too. So when you play a team that plays defense, you're going to have a problem with them. Your Georgias, your Michigans, your Florida States. It's going to be hard for you to beat these teams because you're just not going to be able to go up and down the field on them. So if they get a few stops here and there, and
Right.
then you can't stop them because you haven't stopped anybody all year, it's really going to get bad in those bowl games. And that's what happens over the course of a year that I see is that, you got some great teams all college season, but you're scoring, but everybody else is scoring too. Like, so LSU lets Missouri put 39 points on them. 39 points, man.
Yes.
That come on, man. That's not even a good team like that.
Well, not considering.
You got to smash these teams out.
Yep.
So when you get to the playoffs, the schools that do make it, the ones that have been getting a lot of points scored on them all year, like you got USC, I think, and Notre Dame is this week.
Yeah.
Right. And there'll be, Notre Dame can win that game, not because they're better than USC, but USC plays no defense. They play no defense.
Yep.
So
you looked at the Colorado game, right?
Yeah. Notre Dame gets a few stops. USC is going to be in a bad spot. I think they're going to be in a bad spot if that happens, man. Because I don't know. The game is offense and defense. So.
Gotcha. So, like I said, we said earlier, there wasn't a lot of good games. We just highlighted the Texas and Oklahoma games back and forth. That was a good game.
Mm-hmm.
We said we've already talked about the Miami and Georgia Tech debacle. Louisville, getting their victory over Notre Dame, but Notre Dame is down to what? They're down to 21, as you said, D, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they're
and
down
Louisville's
to 21.
a good team. So,
Yeah.
It's a good team.
UCLA losing to Washington the other night, 25-17. Washington State, I should say. Washington State quarterback is he's a serious dude. If you haven't, let me give you about the numbers with him. If you haven't seen, I forgot his name here. Ward. Excuse me. Yes, Ward. Ward is.
Well, they beat Washington State. They got a freshman. They won 25-17.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. UCLA beat Washington State.
Yeah.
And
but yeah, Ward is good though. He had 2 interceptions for Washington State, Cameron. But I think he'll be a top 10 quarterback. He's really good.
Right.
The kid that plays for UCLA is a true freshman, Dante Moore.
Right.
They both do the ball to the other team twice. So they, everybody's giving everybody a chance to do what they do. So, but Carson Steele, the running back out there and at UCLA, had 140 yards, whereas the running back from Washington State only had 25 yards.
Right.
In that game. So that they got shut down a bit. Not great, but they did get shut down some. So defense again, you keep a team number one rusher to 25 yards on the whole game. That's pretty good. That's pretty good stuff there, And if you're running for $140, that means you're getting time of possession. All those things you can pull out just from looking at the running numbers and say, well, gosh, they actually kind of gashed them if it's 140 freaking yards, of rushing. Time of possession had to go towards UCLA. So, those are things that you have to do to win. So, that's the way I saw it.
Agreed. Next week, before we jump out of here, because we're going to jump on out of here, and we're going to see you at the bottom of the hour to talk some NFL. Yes, it'll be a different whole thing. Top of the hour. The bottom of the hour. If my internet was to work correctly, I don't see any. What'd you say, D? You said UCLA, USC, and Notre Dame.
Yeah, that's the biggest game this week for sure. This is the other thing I think. We got to talk about this again. I guess another point in time, Kev. But the reality is that we're going to not have as many of these types of weeks, I believe, when they go forward, because we're not just going to have like weeks where nothing's happening. So you got Florida State, Syracuse. You can skip that. Alabama, Arkansas, probably skip that. Ohio State, Purdue, sorry, Kev, skip that. Georgia, Vanderbilt, skip that. Michigan, Indiana, skip that. Utah, California, skip that. Boys, a lot of yard work this weekend. Penn State got UMass. Okay, but you do have Oregon and Washington, so that's number 7 versus number 8.
Yep,
which is good, right?
You might want to,
Your
East Coast folks, get your yard work done and
watch that.
Watch that game.
Kansas, Oklahoma State. You know what? Oklahoma State scores a lot. They got a good running attack. I don't know if Kansas should win the game, but it's not going to be easy.
The over for that is 57. I think that might even be more, bro.
Yeah, they're going to take the over. They're going to take the over on that one. Tennessee, number 19, Texas A&M. That should be a good game. It'll be, Louisville, Pittsburgh. Sorry, Dan. Y'all going to get smashed.
Yeah.
LSU, Auburn. I'm going to pick the upset and take Auburn to win this game because I don't think LSU's that good. I think Kentucky beats Missouri. Washington State's going to beat Arizona, even though Arizona scored like 4,000 points on USC last week.
I think
go ahead,
Miami, North Carolina.
Good game. If Miami does, wow. Kev, I'll let you comment on that.
Miami versus North Carolina. That game's at 7:00 on looks like ESPN Plus or whatever.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a pretty good game. That's a game that you should want to see. I think Duke, NC State.
I didn't even know NC State still play football, so I shoot.
Okay, so that's going to be a pass for you. UCLA versus Oregon.
Oregon State, good.
Yes,
that
Oregon
should be a
State.
good game.
Yeah,
that should be a good game. Right, right, and USC, Notre Dame. So we got 3 games.
Right.
A possible 4. Like we playing bid-witch, y'all. Like, so it's like a 3 possible 4 books right now that we talking about. So 1, 2, 3 possible 4 books. Unless somebody gets hurt, I can see Washington State beating the heck out of Arizona. But it's the Pac-10. Everything's wide open, and I think Auburn LSU could be a good game, and Texas A&M Tennessee. Kansas should be, like we said, you got Oregon versus Washington, which should be a good game. We know could be Miami, UNC should be a good game. USC Notre Dame should be a good game. I think we got UCLA, Oregon State should be good games. And that's about it. So if your wife doesn't see this or your husband doesn't see this, ladies, and you love football, you're going to have the honey-do list because you don't have to watch any of these games. So,
nope.
I would get out there and get rid of them leaves. Rake them leaves up Saturday. Because,
it's too late for aerating. Whatever you need to do. Clean out the garage, whatever. Watch the cars.
Get it popping.
Yeah, get it popping on this Saturday. Listen, we're going to get out of here. But, hey, we'll be back in the next 15, 20 minutes with the NFL fourth and short segment, man. We didn't get a chance to do this yesterday because of life. You know how we do. But listen, on behalf of myself, I'm Kevin L. Warren and the DA. Hey, this is Sports Chasers Podcast. Yo, we'll holler at you in about 15 more minutes. Be easy. Be good. Later.